How's it going, Top Forest TV? My name is Jack, and welcome to my review of Nottingham Forest versus Manchester United that finished a little bit earlier today at Old Trafford. I don't really know what to say after this game, if I'm honest with you. I mean, to go 2 goals up after 4 minutes away at Old Trafford was insane. Like, I couldn't believe what was happening. Taiwo scoring 1-on-1 with Onana. Keeping his tally of consecutive goals going. I think it's 7 in a row now. Only other African players to do that was Only other African players to do that was Adebayor when he was at Arsenal, and Salah a couple of years ago for Liverpool. So, Taiwo is cooking. He is on brilliant form. He's such a good player, and we're so blessed to have a player like Taiwo at the club, someone that you can rely on. Because for teams like us, if you have a goal scorer who can get you 10, 15 goals, you're very rarely going to go down. And I think, another brilliant goal from him, taken well. And then Bolly, a header. I think actually last season at Old Trafford, I believe Bolly scored a header, but it was given as offside from a corner. But this time his goal stood 4 minutes in, 2 goals up. Dreamland, absolute dreamland. It was incredible. Then, unfortunately, we couldn't quite hold on to it. And look, I don't want to blame referees and slate VAR as much as we need to. And there's a lot going on at the minute with fans going against VAR and going against the officials. Wolves fans were outraged after their game against United, and I think Forest fans are a bit today, to be honest with you. I've seen back the red card for Worrell and the penalty. The red card for Worrell is one of those ones. He's not necessarily last man, and it's debatable if it's a goal scoring opportunity. Maybe Turner would have got there. Maybe Bolly could have helped out. I don't know. That one's a bit... I don't really know on that one. It's one of those ones where I think if it's given as a red card, it's given as a red card. And, people kind of take it. If it's given as a yellow, people kind of accept it as a yellow. It's one of them ones. Maybe a bit of an orange. I'm not sure. But, overall, I think... You can't complain on that one too much. But for me, the penalty was not a penalty. I'm not sitting here saying, we lost because of the referee, and, because we didn't. We lost. We didn't win because of the fact that we conceded 2 other goals, which, we could have got a point. But for me, it wasn't a pen. My friend said something in the group chat when I sent in a video of the penalty, saying that Rashford had to move to avoid the contact. That's why he went down, so it should be a penalty. I'm not sure on that, to be honest with you. Looking back on the replay, it's not a pen for me. I don't think he gets any contact from Danilo. I think he's anticipating something. Danilo pulls out, doesn't make the foul, and he goes down. Rashford, and it looks like he's simulation. He's dived. I saw Glenn Murray, it wasn't Glenn Murray, it was Martin Keogh and Neda Manua on, Glenn Murray was on last week, on Final Score. Both said they couldn't believe it was given as a penalty. It looked like quite a blatant dive. And again, you question why VAR wasn't called into action. Why did VAR say to Stuart Atwell, look, you might want to check the monitor for this one, or, say, I don't think there's any contact, because clearly they can't see any contact from the replays, because none of us did. So, it's frustrating, but it's Old Trafford and it's Man United. And I'm not coming out here to claim that it's biased towards Man United or what it is. I don't know. It's just frustrating, and it does seem like Man United get the rub of the green a lot of times with the decisions, especially when they're at home. So, it's a difficult one to take, but you've got to look at the positives. And the positives for me are the fact that we went away and scored twice at Old Trafford. We were in the game the whole way through. We put in another good account of ourselves against a Big Six team away from home. Last time away, we lost to Arsenal 2-1 and played fairly well. Today, I think in patches we played quite well. Also, I think Chris Wood had a big opportunity when Elanga put it across. He couldn't quite convert. But when you're playing against Man United at Old Trafford, you know they're going to have chances, you know they're going to score goals, and it was coming. I think it was coming, the fact that they were going to score and get the winner. But I think, well, if it wasn't for the penalty, we could have got a big away draw, which is something that we struggled to get last season, points on the board from away games. So it is positives in terms of that. There has been a real obvious switch in the way that we've been playing away from home in terms of the quality of the performance. We're not going away from home and lying down and accepting a loss and just seeing, what happens and coming home back to the City ground and then really going for it. The two away performances, you can't really complain too much about. I think maybe the defence was a bit poor today in terms of, you look at Turner and Bolly, and I think they were really good. Worrell and McKenna, you've got to question. I don't think, unfortunately, McKenna's quality enough for this division. I think that might be why we're looking at Murillo. We've got Niakate, who came off the bench when McKenna came off, so there's that. Hopefully Niakate is back a bit more, but I just don't think the likes of McKenna are really Premier League quality. But who am I to really judge on who's Premier League quality? I'm absolutely nowhere near anything like that. But yeah, it's a tough one to take because we started off so well and we were so optimistic. We were thinking, maybe we might actually be able to get a win against Man United or a point against Man United. But unfortunately, it wasn't to be. And we've got Burnley in the Cup on Wednesday night, so I think there's a good opportunity to try and put in a few of the players who maybe haven't had an opportunity yet. You look at Montiel, who's just come in, Santos, get him in the midfield, get Montiel out on the right wing back position, look at some of the other players that we've got in the ranks and see what they can offer. See what offer and who might stake a claim to try and play against Chelsea next weekend. But yeah, you look at it and I think you can't be too disappointed in terms of the result. I think to score twice away from home is something that we didn't do a lot last season. Looking at the way that we played, I think we can be positive about patches of play and some of the patterns of play. But, I think if we want to be trying to get anything from games like this, we need to be a bit better defensively. Maybe Worrell needs to not dive in there and hope that Turner can come and do something. He looked like, from what I saw on the replay, that he was closing in, so maybe he could have done something there. But I don't know. You can't blame Worrell too much on that. And I think I don't want to be too downcast on a performance like that. I look to take positives wherever I can. I'm an optimistic kind of guy, and I think, there are positives from the game, and I think, Awani scoring again is excellent. Bolly getting on the score sheet as well. You look at some of the players that we've got. Yates seemed to have a good game in midfield, really being combative and getting himself stuck in. Ola Reina sounded like he had a good game down the left-hand side. Unfortunately, I was only able to listen to the game on TalkSport. I wasn't able to watch it, unfortunately. But, I think you've got to take the positives. And I think for me, it is looking good in terms of the fact that we're getting positive performances against big six teams. We've got Chelsea away next, and hopefully we can, go one further and get points from that game. Last time we played Chelsea, it was a 2-2 draw at the back end of last season at Stamford Bridge, so hopefully we can get something like that again. Chelsea on the back of a 3-0 win against Luton, but before that, a loss to West Ham and a draw before that against Liverpool. So hopefully we can really use our quality to try and get something from that. Tyro again causing absolute mayhem, and Elanga with his pace. I think Elanga needs to start more. Johnson, Elanga and Awani could be a really dangerous front three. So if we can get him more than just 15 minutes that he's been getting per game, then we could really be looking at something special there. But overall, we lost, but you can't be too downhearted by that game. To be 2-0 up in the manner that we were, you take it at this division, and unfortunately we couldn't hold on to it. But that's something we can build on, something we can learn. I'm sure Cooper will have had different things that he's taken from the game that he'll make sure the players put into their performances going forward. So I'm not too disappointed by that. It's a shame we couldn't hold on, and after being 2-0 up to lose isn't something that we can be happy with. But you got to take it on the basis of where we're playing, who we're playing against, one thing and another. And, you can't complain all too much on that one. Man of the match for me from a Forest point of view, I think Turner did well, considering he conceded 3, he made some really big saves. Bolly looked quite good as well. Awani for me, I think, might be man of the match, but it's tricky to say. But overall, I'm not too disappointed. It's a shame, like I say, we couldn't hold on or get anything from the game. but it's positive steps, and if we can keep them going, keep moving forward, get something in midweek and beat Burnley in the cup, and then maybe go against Chelsea and get something there. But yeah, positive signs, and it's a probably it's a difficult one to take, but we've got to look at the positives and take those away. So if you did enjoy it, smash the like button, subscribe if you're new around here. Let us know in the comment section down below what you thought of the performance and all your thoughts on the game. And come on, you Reds.